If you've ever used Microsoft Copilot to generate your post-meeting file notes, something you've probably realized is that it's a reasonably clunky process to get from meeting recording to finished file note output. First, you have to record the Teams meeting, then navigate to the right Teams channel, wait for the meeting recap and transcription to be generated, which can take some time. After it's generated, you record the transcription, paste this into a new Copilot chat, paste in the relevant prompt, and you can finally start generating the output after all of these steps. And I think that this far from seamless process to generate a file note could be a massive turnoff for advisors that are wanting to use a native AI tool like Microsoft Copilot. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I use Power Automate, Microsoft Copilot Studio and SharePoint together to create a far more seamless process to generate a post-meeting file note. But before I give you an overview of how I built this, I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like. All you need to do after your meetings is to navigate into the agent, type file note for client name. This instance is going to be John Smith. The agent's going to go and retrieve the transcription, which has already been automatically transcribed and saved to SharePoint, and it's going to start generating the file note output using the relevant template that I've got in the knowledge base. So in just a few seconds, instead of that pretty clunky process, you've been able to generate a compliant, accurate file note output. So I've broken this workflow up into 4 different separate parts. I'm going to walk you through how I've gone about building this automation. The first step in this is to turn the Teams meeting recording into a finished transcription that I can then later on use within the agent. So if you didn't know this, after your Teams meeting, when you record it, these recordings get automatically saved to this folder within your OneDrive, Microsoft Recordings. So this is a mock meeting, just a fake meeting that I did earlier today with a fake client named John Smith. And after I finish the Teams recording, it's going to automatically get saved here. That just takes a few seconds. So after that recording is saved there, it's going to automatically trigger this workflow, which is going to get the file content, so this MP4 file. It's going to upload the media file to Assembly AI, which is an external transcription tool that's going to do this far more quickly than Microsoft just within Teams will. So it's going to upload the media file, transcribe the audio. Once it's transcribed, it's going to get the transcript and retrieve it, bring it back to this Power Automation, where it's then going to create an item within Microsoft SharePoint. So this is the table I've created within SharePoint, and its sole purpose is to capture the client meeting transcripts. So after the meeting's been transcribed, we've brought it back to the SharePoint, and it's going to create a row here. Insert the name of the file, which contains the client's name. So this is essentially just the same as what you would call the meeting in your Outlook calendar. And it's going to input the transcription here and the meeting date, which is essentially all of the information we then need to proceed to the next step. So once the meeting information is captured correctly within SharePoint, the next step in this workflow is the actual Copilot Studio agent itself. What this agent is going to be doing is using another Power Automate flow to go and get the items from SharePoint, bring it back to the agent, and then it's going to use the template in the knowledge base to generate that output. So instructions that I've given this agent, I've told it that the user is going to ask you to generate a file note, and they're going to type the client name. You're going to extract the client name from the user message. You're going to trigger the connected flow, which is the flow within Power Automate that I just showed you. You're then going to get the transcript for that client. You're going to generate the file note output using the template within the knowledge base and this formatted transcript. So within tools, you can see that I've connected this Power Automate flow. I'm just going to show you what this looks like here. So here, a bit more detail. When an agent calls the flow, this Power Automate is going to be triggered. It's going to go and get the relevant information from the client meeting transcripts table in here, client meeting transcripts. After it does that, extract the transcript meeting date, send it back to the agent, where it's then going to use all of the inputs together to create the output. So that's the entire workflow and how it all starts to come together to create a far more seamless user experience in Microsoft Copilot, like what you saw at the start of this video. But instead of doing another test with the same meeting transcription and client that we used at the start of the video, what I'm going to do is to upload a new fake meeting to this Teams recording file that triggers the automation. And we're going to see the entire workflow in action and how it works together. So what I'm going to do is manually test this flow, and it's going to be triggered by the file being uploaded to OneDrive. So I'm going to paste that file in here with another fake client named Michael Johnson. and in a few seconds it starts triggering. And once this is complete, I'm going to go to SharePoint. I'll press refresh. And the new client, the client file name, the transcription, and the meeting date has been added. So then what I'm going to do is to go into the meeting notes workflow. So imagine you've just gotten out of a Teams meeting, that's automatically been transcribed in the background. And I'm going to say file note for Michael Johnson. And the agent should be able to go and use this connected Power Automate to get the items from SharePoint, extract the variables, bring it back to the agent, and use the attached knowledge base to generate the file note. And here we go. So this looks exactly as we wanted it to, using the template attached, using the correct meeting transcription, because obviously there's two different client names. It could have picked John Smith or Michael Johnson. So yeah, I'm really happy with the output here. I think the main thing that I want to showcase in this video is that, yes, whilst Microsoft Copilot is a generalist tool, meaning that it's not necessarily built for financial advisors like some of the off-the-shelf AI note-taking tools are, Microsoft Copilot is just a small part of a larger Microsoft ecosystem with Microsoft Azure, Power Apps, Power Automate, Copilot Studio, that allows you to turn your Microsoft environment into this purpose-built tool for you and your processes alongside your existing data in your SharePoint and in your CRM.